least there's no Invictor to yell at us.
Stay sharp, just in case.
So peaceful around here with the Invictor dead.
Headshot!
Probably before Site 1. Takes time to build something like this. Down! Is your name Yale?
Yeah, that's me. Stanton Yale. What can I do for the Pathfinder today?
Tell me about the three sabers.
Oh, shit.
You were their leader before they kicked you out.
And gave me a broken leg and a dislocated shoulder as parting gifts. It was a mistake. We trained the attack dogs, and they turned on us.
Explain.
The new outposts, our supply routes, they needed protection. We couldn't rely on just you. I proposed that we'd save Nexus blood by hiring exiles to fight for us.
First time I've seen someone so coldly calculating and stupid in one shot.
It was a risk, sure, but I knew Cochran. We served together. I thought I could trust him. I became their commander. I armed them. I shared access to Padromo's operations. And then they took their new toys and went rogue. Attacked people they were supposed to protect.
You know I have to report this. You conspired with Nexus enemies.
Who are you gonna report to? Addison? She signed off on it.
What? Addison?
She wasn't sure Ryder would work out as Pathfinder. She was desperate for options. So report it if you want. Addison knows any investigation's gonna dig up docs covered in her fingerprints. I have to get back to work. We've got an outpost to run here.
Ascent is go.
Leaving Atmo. All clear. Oh, Gil wanted you to check in.
works in Cephessa as outpost colonists out-engineer an Angaran outlaw and destroy his ship in a daring rescue. This is HNS. Colonial Affairs, please advise Director Tan of your status.
I know why you're here. Yale told me to expect a visit. I hoped this blunder wouldn't come to light, but Helios has a habit of dashing our hopes. Have the three Sabers been eliminated, Pathfinder?
Their deaths don't make this okay.
I realize that, Ryder. A poor decision was made. People paid for it, but it's over. As far as everyone's concerned, the three Sabers acted on their own.
But they didn't, did they? Hey, Ryder.
Who the hell's this?
This is Vetra's sister, Sid.
Oh, you. I noticed you tried to get someone to look into the three Sabers.
So I was right, wasn't I? Someone on the Nexus was helping the three Sabers.
Yes, it was a mistake. We authorized a course of action that cost lives, but, like I said, it's over.
You have to tell people. If we made a mistake, we have to own it, right?
Who does that serve? It could damage relations with the Angara, spark another uprising.
It would be lying. Ryder, if you hide this, what else will you let them hide?
We're not taking tips on diplomacy from a teenager.
With all due respect, Director, Sid's right. Transparency is important for building trust. People need to know they can trust us, even when we screw up.
I'll make sure people hear about this.
Pathfinder, you're making a mistake.
Maybe, but at least I'm willing to acknowledge it.
Any logistics updates are due within the hour.
Apex team leaders
What
reporting
am I
back.
going to do? It's not right. It's not fair.
What's wrong?
Oh my, you're... So it's true. A Pathfinder has found us. There's hope at last. Maybe you could help. You're impartial. This whole thing has gotten so political. My husband, he's locked up and slated for exile for a crime he didn't commit.
What exactly was he convicted of?
They don't exile you for petty theft. Well, maybe this bunch would. They say it's murder. They're calling him the first murderer in Andromeda, but the dead man was his friend. He wouldn't have... There are witnesses and evidence, but it's all circumstantial. At worst, it was an accident. His name is Nilken Rensis. He could give you the details if you were willing to speak with him. Please.
I'd be happy to.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure the jailer will allow you a visit. Please, tell Nilken I love him.
I'm sorry. A broken arm.
Help you?
Pathfinder Ryder, here to see Nilken Rensis.
Ah, our murderer. Wife's here all the time. Guess she told you her sob story. Nilken, you're moving up in the world. There's a Pathfinder wanted to chat with you.
A Pathfinder, huh? They called in the big guns to exile Andromeda's first murderer.
Your wife's all broken up over this. She says you didn't do it, and that she loves you.
She's a wonderful person. At this point, it's too late. They found me guilty.
Why don't you tell me what happened?
I was part of the futile effort to set up a colony on Eos. We were on our last legs, overrun by hostiles, our leader dead. The security chief, Reynolds, my friend, he refused to call for evacuation. I argued with him. Everyone saw.
Last I checked, getting into a spat wasn't against the law.
There's more. He ordered us to regroup and counterattack. We were moving through a sandstorm. I saw movement, thought it was the Ket, and I guess I panicked and fired. A witness saw the chief's chest explode.
Sounds like an accident.
That's what I told them, but I was enraged when we argued. There's a recording. It's ugly. Everyone's certain I did it on purpose so we could evacuate. Only my word otherwise.
Don't throw in the towel yet. I'll review the evidence. Maybe I can find something that'll help.
That would be great. You're a Pathfinder. I'm sure Kandros would give you access. Maybe there's still hope.
Well, those families are out of stasis. I know because we're cutting rations for Apex.
My decision's made, Kandros.
And now everyone thinks protesting is how we get stuff done. Excuse me. Did I hear this right? The Angara were made by the Remnant creators in that Meridian engine?
There's a little more to it.
I can barely get my head around this already. But the Remnant defenses, those I'm sending people to investigate. Anything that has the Ket running scared is worth looking into.
I spoke with Nilken Rensis, the man found guilty of the murder on Eos.
Yes, our first murder here in Andromeda. I wish it had been our last. When the colony attempts failed, it didn't help spirits that a high-ranking officer was killed by one of our own. The mutiny here on Nexus was probably inevitable, but this acted as a spark.
So there was a trial, and he was found guilty.
It was short and decisive. Despite the lack of physical evidence, everything added up. His only defense was, trust me, I didn't mean to do it.
And you assume he's lying.
What's a lie to a murderer? Look, knock yourself out. A key witness, Cassidy Shaw, works in operations. Go ahead and talk to her. And there's a recording of the perpetrator threatening the victim. I'll let you cue it up on the console there. As far as I'm concerned, this case is closed.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder. The Nexus versus Colonist Nilken, Evidence 7A.
Hiram! Hiram! They've seized the compound! Call for evacuation!
We're not giving up, Nilken. We're taking it back.
No! I'm not letting your ego get us killed! Even if I have to...
No! Get him off me! Get him off me!
Apex team leaders reporting back.
Any logistics updates are due within the hour.
Cassidy Shaw? I'm Sarah Ryder. I'm looking into the Nilken murder case.
Oh man, I thought that was over with. Have you heard the audio recording of their fight?
Yes.
I helped pull him off Chief Reynolds. You could see it in his eyes. He was gonna kill him. Then in the sandstorm, I had a pretty clear view of the Chief. He looked right at Nilken and shouted no. Then his chest burst open. I'll never forget it. The look on his face was pure shock.
Did Nilken seem remorseful?
I lost sight of Nilken in the turmoil. When we found him, he seemed in shock. He couldn't speak. He looked nauseated. Could have been guilt. The reality of the act sinking in.
Did you see any Ket in the vicinity?
Nilken said so, but not that I could see. Still, the sandstorm was severe. Visibility wasn't great.
Reynolds was leading you back to retake the compound. Did you agree with that?
It wasn't my place to agree or disagree. He was ranking officer. In retrospect, it is ironic. If he hadn't been killed, we all probably would have died.
If they'd fought and Nilkin threatened to kill him, why was Reynolds surprised?
Fronts fight, say things they don't mean, maybe even hurt each other. Expect your best friend to shoot you. To me, that's the saddest part.
I appreciate the information.
Of course. It kills me we had to leave him behind. He deserved a proper funeral.
So the body was never examined? Important piece of a murder investigation.
Tian wouldn't allow a mission to go back for him. Said it was too dangerous.
Ark Parchero advises stasis revival protocols are proceeding.
How are things going with Arkless? Ryder, as I said before, you have more than proven your mettle as a Pathfinder. You stand on the threshold of greatness. If Meridian is everything you believe, our salvation is near. I always knew great things were in store for you. Did you have some other business?
I'm looking into the Nilkin-Rensis murder charge.
And?
I want to go to Eos and retrieve Chief Reynolds' body.
That isn't usually Pathfinder business.
First murder in Andromeda, and I'm impartial. Figured you'd want to get it right.
I think we already have, though physical evidence will only bolster the case.
The more certain we can be, the better.
All right, but let's keep it quiet. I don't want people thinking we're reopening the case. I hope anything you find reaffirms what's been done, but if it sheds a different light, we'll deal with it. We'll send the coordinates of the murder scene. Good luck.
That's all. Thanks for your time.
Of course.
Hydroponics reports oxygen production is not...
A friendly face. Hello, Ryder. Thank you again for saving my Ark, and your discretion about my command decision.
You need to learn from losing Ashara. That can't happen again.
I've been a commando for centuries, Ryder. I've learned that sometimes this has to happen. It cuts a notch in your soul every time. It'll be good to return to duty. Too much brooding. Time to work.
Now that the Asari Ark is safe, what's next for you?
I'll be tracking the Ket through their secret routes in the Scourge and burning them out. Charting the Scourge will help everyone. Some incidental revenge is a bonus.
Good luck, Sarissa.
On to glory, Ryder.
Colonial Affairs, please
Nice to see you, Ryder. What's in your mind?
How are your people adjusting to life here?
We are resilient. Our lifespan is short, so we have a built-in drive to maximize every minute. Many of us are getting to the business of bolstering our numbers and looking for opportunities to settle worlds. I have a few select teams looking into the Ket. The better we know the enemy, the more prepared we'll be for whatever they throw at us next.
Nice talking with you, Reika.
I am at your disposal, Ryder.
Hey, Ryder.
So, how are you finding the new post?
Not used to having people question my actions, but I like the challenge. More than I thought I would.
Any regrets?
My only regret is that Mason isn't here to see me play diplomat with Tan. Back in the Milky Way, I would have punched sense into that worm. Now, I use my words. I'm a changed man.
Good seeing you, Avidus.
Stay safe out there.
Guess this is your place now. Everything we achieve will be seen here. You're a hero to Apex, you know. I won't disillusion them. Much. I wonder what my place here would look like. But it's better this way.